Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump rescinding the funding freeze memo. The new memo says in relevant part, quote, OMB Memorandum M-25-13 is rescinded. If you have questions about implementing the President's executive orders, please contact your agency's general counsel. Okay. So after causing problems nationwide at all levels of government, the Trump administration has rescinded the memo that caused all the chaos. The Trump administration framed the massive funding freeze as essential to Trump's agenda and making America great again or whatever. A judge put a block on the funding freeze. This doesn't actually stop the problems or confusion. The press secretary posted to social media, quote, this is not a rescission of the federal funding freeze. It is simply a rescission of the OMB memo. Why? To end any confusion created by the court's injunction. The president's EOs on federal funding remain in full force and effect, and will be rigorously implemented. The judge signaled this explanation wasn't really going to cut it, and that a restraining order would be entered. This is an interesting spin on things, because the executive order didn't cause the problems. The memo did. The ridiculously vague memo was interpreted in various ways by different levels of government and led to tens of millions of Americans being affected. Trump, of course, tried to blame the media for creating the confusion. The reality is that lawmakers, NGOs, state officials, and citizens were at a loss trying to understand how much the freeze would upset their daily lives and access to health care and other services. Republican lawmakers had criticisms, but Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer had the most pointed statement, saying, quote, Donald Trump just rescinded his horrible OMB freeze. He should now rescind Russell Vaught's nomination for OMB. Russell Vaught is the chief cook and bottle washer. We believe they'll come back and try to do this in other ways. Russell Vaught is a controversial figure and seen as an architect to Project 2025, the think tank plan for Trump. It's a plan Trump said he didn't know anything about, and then went on to nominate contributors to the plan to key positions in his administration. AOC also called for Vaught to be rejected over the fiasco, posting, quote, the utter fiasco of the last 48 hours is just a taste of the chaos Russ Vaught would unleash. It is clear that no responsible senator for any party should vote to confirm Vaught to OMB. Trump despises appearing wrong or having to concede defeat. No matter how his team tries to spin this, rescinding the memo is an admission of a massive mistake, even if it isn't conceding defeat. It's likely that he'll continue to try to subvert the power of the purse that the Constitution hands to Congress. The short version is that I wouldn't declare victory over Trump's plans to strip funding from the federal programs yet. This is going to be going on for the remainder of his term. Stay on your toes. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.